Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome to your Thursday. Um, Kind of crazy. It seems like the days do get harder and harder to keep track of for sure. I am going to pop over and go grab today's link. If you have been enjoying these Facebook Lives and you really would love to have notifications to know when the next one's coming on so you can join live, you can feel free to click the link um, in the post, and that will just give you an ability in Messenger to be able to join us when we are live. So that's some fun there. I'm just trying to actually get to the live on Facebook. Here it is. Give me just a second. I want to make sure. All right. And I need to copy this and send it off to the people who said they wanted to do that. So if you do happen to click through and opt in to get a message when I go live, know that I'm just trying to send it out about once a week, probably on the second live of the session. And I'm really not trying to overwhelm you with anything. So this would only be as if you asked to have it sent to you. So I'm going to send that out now for my people who have. Okay, then I'm going to come back to you. Yay! Some days technology is really awesome. Some days it's you should see how many screens I have to set up just to make sure I get everything in the right place. But happy Thursday to you. Oh my gosh, we are wrapping up. We have been working on a project, something new that we've wanted to bring out. And I will say it is morphed. I started in March because I had the calling to do it in March and to bring something to the table that could really change how people are running their businesses so that they're just not caught up or they're able to weather storms, as it were. We can't prevent them from happening, but we can change the mechanics of our business so that when they happen, we can weather the storm better. And had a little derailment. Life got in the way. When my father-in-law health started declining and then passed away. And then if you've had that with a family member, my condolences, first of all, but you understand the whole process of what happens after. So I really didn't hit this hard until May. And so we're into July. We have been working very diligently through May and June. Myself and my intern, Armani Glaspie, who's an MBA student at SMU. So that's kind of fun. It's been great to have somebody along that journey with me. But tomorrow we test everything. And on Monday, I tell you what it is. So I'm really excited to be able to do that. If you want to get that live notification, click through so that you can get Messenger and get the live notification, and I can share that with you. So today, though, we, as part of this work, I really, as a business owner, when you think you have a great idea and you put it out there, but it's your thoughts on the great idea, I wanted to do this one completely different. In fact, I really have had this strong desire to do a whole new business, but completely crowdsourced. Like I'm just more of a captain, but everything else is crowdsourced. We went down the direction with this. So one of the things that we did was we put a couple of survey questions together, nothing complicated, right? But just really to help us understand where everybody was, what they were thinking, what they were dreading, what they were loving, what they were enjoying, what they were unsure about, all of that, really asking those kind of questions. So this was really a question, or the answer really surprised me. I'm not sure what I thought the answer would be when we asked this question, but it's one of those things like, when we started seeing responses come in. And then, of course, it makes perfect sense. So that question was, what was the number one benefit for your business that COVID has brought to you? And so I was really thinking like it was going to be business oriented, and it wasn't. It was all about family. about connecting, about spending time with our children and our spouses, and being able to do things like play games and sit down and eat dinner, and life things. And that really had me thinking, because I know part of my own journey. So in 2007, I kind of say I was an accidental entrepreneur, meaning I didn't really plan on opening up a business on May 7th of 2007. But I found out on like May 4th, I wasn't going to have a job anymore. And I really liked what I did. So I felt like I could do it. 3 days of planning, which is kind of funny if you know me, but 3 days of planning, started a business. And one of the goals that I had with the businesses, so in 2007, Edwin was 3.5, Christian was 13 months, so just over a year. I really wanted to be able to be with them, but I also wanted to be able to work. Like, I knew I couldn't do 100% stay at home. So I wanted to be able to do something that allowed me to do both. And for the first year, I was pretty successful at it. I really was, until the recession hit. And actually with us, it was a 1-2 punch of, we had a hurricane hit Houston, take out power, down trees like all over the place. And so transportation was really difficult to get around, and everything coming into Houston stopped. And it didn't just stop for like the week of the hurricane. It stopped for like 2.5 months. It was crazy. I was mid-project and we were expecting a delivery like it was supposed to be here in 2 days, kind of a thing. Took us 6 weeks to get it. Sounded a little familiar, huh? And that happened. That was a return to business. And then right on its heels was the recession. And that just kind of cleavered my business, if you will. And I remember taking it really personally. Like, I felt like I had done something wrong, like I hadn't done something right, that I wasn't paying attention to the right things. And so by choice, nobody made me do this, I doubled down on work, because that's what I knew how to do, was the hard work, right? I was going to work hard because that would get me out of it. And that began a 3-year journey of overworking, really overworking and sacrificing and giving up time with my kids. And my day would go like this, because I had a home office. So I'd get up at 6, make coffee, go sit at the computer, answer emails, get up, go get the kids ready for school, feed them, get them out, get them to school, come back, take a shower, get to work, work until I absolutely could not work anymore, only because I had to go pick up the kids. Like, I would get in trouble if I was any later, type of a thing. Go pick them up, come home, make dinner, get them fed, feed myself, get everyone situated in front of the TV or doing whatever. And then I go back to work until it's bedtime. And then I go back to work until like midnight or 1 a.m. I couldn't even tell you what I was doing. I'm sure it wasn't effective, right? But I got locked into the fact that hard work was going to get me out of it. And I traded that number one goal I had when I started business, was the ability to spend time with my family. When when we moved up here, was into Dallas, was really the turning point for me. And when I started creating this business, Your Biz Rules, really big turning point for me. And I chose to bring that back as a goal and protect it viciously. I'm really quite protective of this time. And I remember I was doing a zoo field trip with Edwin, and I don't know, I must made 2nd or 3rd grade for him. Zoo field trip, and I had like he and his buddy, kind of a thing where you got your parent chaperone and helping the crazies keep control. And the other child, my son, asked him, and he said, "Where's your mom?" And she goes, "Oh, she's too busy. She had to work." And my son looked at him, and he was like, "That's okay. My mom used to be too busy too." Not a thing you want to hear as a mom. And that just really solidified my choices. Now everyone has different choices, and I don't share that story to, make anyone else feel teary or upset, because we all have choices we make, and sometimes those choices aren't what we would choose, but it's where we have to be, right? But I really got it, what my presence in my kids, yeah, it is, Sarah Beth, it is a really hard thing to hear. I really got what my presence in my kids' lives meant. So for me, I have put them first ahead of the business. And I share that a lot, that I do make choices that probably constrains my business, to be able to focus and be present with my family and my children. And sometimes that's really frustrating, because I'm pretty ambitious. I'm very ambitious. I always think big and dream big. So sometimes it is a little harder to feel like I'm settling, but then I just think back to that, and it is worth it. But I think as I've gotten more mature in business, I won't say older in business, more mature in business, I even wonder if I just didn't go too far to the other extreme. Like, I went one far extreme to the next far extreme. I believe there's something in the middle. And that is really over the last year, 2 years, maybe. Me and my boys are about to be in high school. Somehow I thought they would need me less. They just need me more differently, or almost driving. But, they're going to be in high school. And so a couple of years ago, I was like, I have got to figure this out. I've got to figure out a way that I feel good in what I'm doing, all the time. And I'm not compromising. I don't feel like I'm compromising my business, and I don't feel like I'm compromising my family. I think what we're seeing when people tell me the biggest benefit is time with their family, I raised the question for consideration. Have we gone too far to the extreme? I do believe that as business owners, we buy into the hustle and grind really hard. We buy into the sacrifice in one day, that someday aisle, which you never really reach. We look at the fact that we think about business as a race with a finish line. The only problem is, as soon as we get to that race, that finish line, which is our goals, or when we think we're going to be big enough type of a thing, we move it, because by the time we get there, we figure it's not good anymore, and we move it. So we're always in this constant pull of achieving and not achieving enough. I think where my mind has evolved to, and the way that I approach business, has brought me a lot more peace and calm. Let me tell you that. A lot more confidence, that kind of quiet assuredness type of a thing. But I look at my evolution in business as a journey, right? I'm going to have stops. I'm going to have detours. I'm going to need to get some gas and go to the restroom and have some snacks, right? I'm going to get to go sit by the beach and have some peaceful time there. When I really adopted the more of an ebb and a flow mentality to that, it really helped. And I think the other concept that helped me, and you can take it if you will, but when I was really struggling with the structure and the time management and things of that nature, one of my ideas that came to my head, I get billboard messages in my brain. All of a sudden, I'll just ding. And this was one of those ding moments, is go back to college. If you think about it, in college, you had complete control of your schedule for the most part, right? You could choose your classes. You could choose when you would study, when you'd work out, when you'd sleep, when you did X, Y, and Z. I loved Tuesday, Thursday classes, because I have a thing where I don't like to work on Fridays. So Tuesday, Thursday classes, yay, right? Because then I wouldn't have a Friday class. So I would structure all of that, right? And I found a way to make things work, because I wasn't trying to constrain one part of my experience. I was managing the whole, if you will. And I think with work and life, when it comes to being a business owner, it's more like you have two kids. One's work, one's life, right? And to be a good parent, you honor both and you think about the health of both and you manage it from here, not from here in the moment. So I think if I was a business owner and I was finding myself really, truly enjoying the time with my family when I felt like I didn't have the time before, the question I would be asking is, how do I bring it all back into balance? What needs to change about my business? What needs to change about my beliefs, my attitudes, right? Am I stuck in the hard work is the only way to succeed? Do I feel like I have to trade my business or my family? Like, where's that mentality and where's the belief mindset type of a thing? And can I shift it enough to find a happy path where both succeed, where my need as a parent is fed as much as my need as an entrepreneur is fed? So I don't think you have to trade off. I really don't. I do think you have to put structure in place and put boundaries into place and even maybe slap yourself on the hand when you get caught up, because we all get caught up. You'll have to do a little bit of ebb and flow. You know, we've been working very diligently on this project and it has taken a lot of time, right? But I also just went to the beach for 5 days, before launch. And I'm thinking about going on another vacation, right, in the next couple of weeks. Even it's just a girls' trip to a hotel room to see my best friends, and have a little bit of girl time. So I just think you can get all of that. You can have it. You just have to choose it, right? And then you have to design and train and protect everything around it so that it has its ability to be, that you're not necessarily putting off this someday I'll do something for a finish line that you're never going to reach, right? You're a business owner. There's not going to be anybody out there who's going to give as much to pull into your own pockets, more willing to go into debt, most willing to pull an all-nighter, most willing to do whatever it takes than you. Reward yourself. Enjoy it a little bit along the way, right? And it's interesting, the more you allow yourself to enjoy those goals and those dreams and those reasons why, the more you get more opportunities to do so. So that's what I have to share with you today. What are your thoughts on that? I just totally went off my notes. Well, not too bad. Not too bad. I had most of it already done. But I'd love to see what your thoughts are on that, what you're seeing as a benefit of COVID. Be sure, if you want to find out what we've been working on and how you can come play with us, because we've got something free and something play and something a lot of fun, because I think we as business owners don't have enough fun. So that's what we're going to share on Monday. We'll have lots more information at that point in time. Click on the live notifications. Let us know you saw this. Watch, type in replay. If that's when you saw it as a replay. If you're, as always, if you're on here live, say howdy, so I know you're here. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you're having a blessed day, a great one. Tomorrow's Friday. Yay. And we'll be talking with you soon. Have a great day. Bye.